Your Sirius Step of the Day is sponsored by Soulmark.me. Watch, shop, learn.
Namaste, my friends. Welcome to Step 9. Step 9, I'm alive. It doesn't really rhyme completely. 9, alive. To me, they go together. When you get to Step 9, it's time to act. And you know what's interesting about action? This is Aries, Step 9. And you'd think Aries would be Step 1, right? You'd think at least Step 4, but 9? Out of 12 states of awareness, Aries is 9. Well, there's actually a lot of reasons for that. One of them is that at 9, you're now ready to go forward with the manifestation. So there is a pre-production of creation, and it's 0 through 8. In fact, from protection to decision, you tie off the bundle. You tie off the baby. In fact, I even looking at the 8 on its side, like infinity, and to me it looks like a pregnant mother. Because that's what 8 is. We've decided to have a baby. We've decided to create. We've decided something. We've decided to destroy by creating, which is always the line in that infinity, that crosshair of where the energy comes. Life and death come together. But it's not usually that dramatic like a person. It's usually like, oh, this contract is ending, or this business partnership is ending. So Step 9 is about moving forward with that decision. And I was speaking to a Master Aries, and we were discussing what master action is. What is a master action? I mean, when should one punch or not punch, or step or not step? And the truth of the matter is, I have been told and learned myself that it is based on being cued. That you stand in life in a state of readiness, with your hands behind your back so you don't maybe leap too quickly. And you wait for your cue to act. You wait for your cue to open your mouth. You wait for your cue to take the step. You'll know it when you feel it. And when you feel it, you really shouldn't second guess it. You should just allow the impulse to take you over gently. And see, the thing with a Mars ruled day, Step 9, is that people have a tendency to act too quickly, to overact, to overreact to the action. So there's a lot of firecrackers going off from the people who haven't learned to be more patient and wait for the cue. And so there's chaos and there's noise, and there's even more necessity for people to log in. I find that on the roads, people are driving crazy on a Step 9 day and really taking risks they shouldn't take. And that's because the adrenaline of Mars is kind of in your system on a Step 9 day, and you are feeling like it's time to rock it now. Now, Step 9 also means the dumbass is in control today. The dumbass. That's right, the dumbest side of us. No offense, Aries. But at the end of the day, we have to kind of range it in spiritual tone from closest to God to furthest away. And the truth is, when you are ready to take action on Earth, you are the furthest away from Creator. At that point, creation is running away from Creator, which Creator, I think, loves. But the point is we're not always running away from Creator. We're not always running to our creation. It's Step 9. It is a step in the process. And it repeats and repeats and repeats. I mean, when the heart pumps, that's Step 9. That means that before the heart pumps, it's got 8 things it's decided to pump again. So everything does take a action in life. I say this all the time in my horoscopes that, you know, if you want to manifest, you have to actually do the rain dance. Dance. It's the verb dance that's important. You have to put into action what it is you intend. And that's something The Secret did not teach. maybe the vision board, kind of. But they do say, well, you have to try the things you can think of. But the truth is, it is us putting into motion. Just like everything in the universe is in motion, all the planets, all the molecules, all the atoms, nothing is really sitting still, although it may appear to be. And so when we want to lightcast our reality, we must kind of run along with the plane to get it going. We must start putting into motion our intentions and kind of casting it out, which is why I call it light casting, because you send your intentions out in motion on a runway to the universe saying, let's fly this baby. Now I gotta say, at step 9, we're not flying the whole dream just yet. In fact, we haven't even tried to manifest yet at step 9. We're just really getting the hell out of Dodge, right? I mean, up until now, we've been deciding, well, this doesn't work in this part, and this doesn't work, and we decided, hopefully, in the last 24 hours, what wasn't going to work. And so, at this point, you're not taking action to go for the gusto or for the Emmy. Although, if you are up for an Emmy, you might find that you have to accept the nomination here at this point, or you have to accept, and so you could be accepting an action that will lead to a much bigger action in a couple weeks, when of course Mars rules again. So we have 3 Mars days in a transit, and the first one tends to be, get the hell out of Dodge. Let me get out of this situation that's not working for me. Let me just go ahead and take that action. Let me go and send that eviction notice. Let me go ahead and speak up now in class and tell them I'm not happy with the way things are going. So action is speaking up. A lot of people ask me that. Yes, it counts. Signing contracts is taking action. You know, basically, as soon as something is executed, there's an action that's been done, and the spell is in motion. The intention is in motion. And this leads me to one other point I want to bring up, which is an appropriate time, which are my Lightcast report cards. This is an invention that I made. You can buy it at soulmart.me. And I bring it up because you have been listening to the steps now for 10 days. And now I want to point out a feature in the Lightcast report cards, which is that when you get a Lightcast report card, it takes your astrological natal chart and we put it into this new way of looking at astrology. And it's just a way that's is based on the step astrology, frankly. So you'll see along one of the columns that it has all 12 states of awareness listed. And it will say what your state's kind of personality is, and then it will say what the state's root intention is. All right? Now, your root intention of any state of awareness is the step that state was on the day you were born. So what step was Mars on? What step was Venus on? What step was all these on? And in the Lightcast report card, I will list with a little number what step that was that day. So for instance, if you go to the I am state of awareness, which is Mars, on your report card, you will see what kind of an action person you are. A decision-based action person, an action engineer, a purebred. There's all sorts of different action type of people. And it will also tell you your root intention. What is the root intention, or what step do I always like to act on, right? So although I've just said this is the day we take action, it is the day we take action. But for each individual, there's a day or a step day that they prefer to take action, that they're most comfortable taking action on. And so that step day would be listed as the root intention to your I am state of awareness, which would be on your Lightcast report card, which is available at soulmart.me. And if you're really liking this step astrology, you might want to get one, because I refer to it a lot moving forward, and it's really the best way to understand yourself. So as one final point to step 9 today, let's say in your Lightcast report card that your root intention of action is a good decision. And that means that you are a root intended step 8 action. In other words, if you know your root intention is step 8 to act, then you know from your report card that you're a person that will never have the energy to act unless you've made that decision. So wherever your report card points out to, before you can act today, you want to make sure that you have satisfied your own personal spiritual unique need when it comes to taking action in life. Because what you're doing is you're actually satisfying the dumbass. The dumbass doesn't like to act unless it has a decision first. Okay, fine. That's why we have the Royal Staff Report, to see where our personality is today and to see whether or not it's going to do anything. So even if you don't have a Lightcast report card today, you might kind of take note in how your dumbass responds to your rules or your order to take action. So it's like when I tell my ego, okay, go up to the bar and go hit on that beautiful girl. My ego doesn't always react to the assignment well. So pay attention to how yours does today. It's interesting. All right, my friend, I'll see you on step 10, where we begin to manifest. Until then, live, love, be.
Who cares?